Round one, everybody.
Round one has begun, everybody. I am excited for this.
Now I have a sandwich to eat during round one.
So now that Tony is off camera, we are gonna start gorging ourselves.
Sorry, y'all.
So, starting off, so Jerry Me on the right, I was told by Billy that he is a somewhat well-known legacy podcaster.
No way.
Yeah. So apparently, people were a little bit excited that he was coming down into town.
Okay, we got those Japanese or some foreign island from. I like them.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
I respect. Already respect this guy. Do we know the name of the podcast?
I do not. Actually, I will ask Billy.
Yeah, why don't, we can cross promote. It's fine.
What's the name? Oh, careful! Careful! Tony's knocking everything around. Just be really careful, by the way. Always be mindful of that. Okay, so. Oh, okay. So, does not podcast anymore, I guess. But Jeremy was one of the hosts of Leaving a Legacy, which was a very famous legacy podcast. So, that is a little bit of background for you guys on our players. Starting off here, Andreas with the Jackal Pup. Jerry taking a nice little read of the Jackal Pup.
Yes, it's a 2-1 that will kick your ass if you don't deal with it quickly.
Is it?
Yes. Yep. And that Jackal Pup can go the distance against this deck if, he doesn't land.
Incinerate going up to the face. Andres playing all gold board cards, which I really like. I enjoy that that aesthetic very much. But yeah, I actually will say I did not realize that the Leaving a Legacy podcast was the same as the ones that ran
the Leaving a Legacy at Gaming, etc.
Yeah, the actual
way.
events, which I believe I played in a couple of those. So pretty awesome.
I haven't because I don't like playing Magic the Gathering.
That's fair. A couple of ops there on Andreas' turn for Jerry, and he's playing. Oh, I love the just full tilt, mismatched basics, mismatched everything.
Yep.
I love it.
With the Dominator remastered Impulse.
Oh, and he's got some mystery booster stifles in there. I see in the top 4 cards. This is a sicko deck. I love it. Taking.
Where's Gerard? Gerard, how do you feel about this deck? I know you're in here.
Sligh deck all gold border. It looks like it might be. Is it? Are you able to do entire gold border? There's some cards that aren't.
I don't think there's gold border Sulfuric Vortex.
Okay.
But there is gold border Curse Scrolls. You
Yep.
got the Creature Sweep, all gold border.
So Vision Charm Island Stifle. It looks
No
like.
gold border Baubles.
True. Chooses to leave on top with that portent. Drawing a Vision Charm. So it looks like. So Jerry's hand seems to be lacking a Dreadnought. Looks like he's got a couple of Stifles. I think 2 Stifles, a Gush,
Vision Charm.
a Vision Charm, a Foil.
Well, he has something for those Stifles.
Yeah, those are stifleable, although currently tapped out. But Andreas is gonna not crack them immediately and just leave them hanging.
This is the worst part about Mono Blue Dreadnought is when you don't have it.
Yeah, so it looked like
you gotta look.
It looked like Jerry already had a Stifle in hand, and he kept Stifle
Plus
Island.
cantrips.
Plus, I don't know if I don't think he had a Gush. He had a Gush in hand. He had and he kept on that portent last turn. He kept Stifle Vision Charm Island.
Right.
So I'd be tempted to shuffle there. Just I feel like you're digging for a pretty hard for a Dreadnought here.
Is that a trap hand? Like you think all right, I got my Stifle and I have some draw spells. Is that a trap?
I don't think it's a trap, but it can very easily turn into
a trap.
Into a trap. Yes.
A trap.
Yeah. Incinerate going
Let's
upstairs. And
burn them.
So Jerry going down to 8, and then down to 6, effectively at. Let's see.
Yeah, throw everything.
Effectively at 4 right now. Dazing on the bolt.
Oh, that feels bad.
That does feel bad, but Fire Blast in hand
But
for
you gotta,
Andreas.
you gotta get everything out.
I mean, yeah, you know.
What is that? Fire Blast, Incinerate, and
is
that a land?
I think it's a Bloodstain Mire. Incinerate going upstairs. Gushing response.
Oh gosh, okay.
So Jerry is leaving up double stifle right now, so he can stifle both these.
Right, and I think that's definitely his plan.
These seal triggers.
Unless he draws something crazy, but
even with
he's dead.
Yeah, even with so in response to Gush, we're gonna pop one seal fire. Okay. Okay. Do we just go for the Fire Blast here?
What's in his hand? Let's see.
I think
he
he's
has a
just
full
dead.
grip. I think before he draws 2 extra cards, you do it.
Yep, and that's gonna be it. So goes
Sweep
for the
it
Fire
up.
Blast.
Let's go.
Into 2 open mana.
They always have it. They always have Fire Blast.
But that was a ballsy Fire Blast there. Into 2 open mana, with a full grip. He just had the stone cold read that Jerry had nothing in hand.
Right. And I wonder if when the Gush resolved, if he would have drew into Dreadnoughts.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it does. I think it goes back to that Portent turn. I really would have shuffled there. I think you need to be. I mean, traditionally, Dreadnought does have a very good matchup against Sligh. However, you still have to do something. If you just sit back and don't do anything, it will eventually. Burn will just burn you out.
And did I not say Jackal Pup can go the distance if left unchecked?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Does a Dreadnought list typically run any kind of Chain of Vapors or any bounce effects?
No.
Actually, I probably would have used...
if he's playing Selden's list,
right?
I think he plays I think Selden plays a couple in the sideboard, but we can actually take a little peek.
I wonder if there's any benefit of Vision Charming the Jackal Pup just to stop the 2 damage from coming at one point, because he had 2 stifles in hand. I don't know.
Vision Charming what?
Jackal Pup. The Jackal Pup, right? To phase it out for a
That's
little
only
bit?
artifact only.
Oh, artifact only?
Yeah.
Never mind. I can't read.
That's the Nick Pin classic. That
Nick Pin?
Dress crew member Nick Pin famously at the Eternal Weekend event that he won. He was playing Dreadnought for one of the first times, and he just had in his mind that Vision Charm could target a creature.
Just how I did.
Yeah, and his opponent attacked with a Call of the Herd token, and so he Vision Charmed the token, and his opponent just exiled it. And so not only were they wrong on the Vision Charm being able to target a creature, but that's also not how phasing and tokens work. Because if you phase out a token, it does phase back in. It's not like a bounce effect or whatever.
No way.
Yeah, where if like normally if you bounce or do move
the
zones,
token from any zone. Yeah,
exactly.
It goes away.
It goes away. But phasing is not technically moving zones. It's just
not existing.
Not existing. So they kind of both him and his opponent had a pretty big mess up. Big screw up on 2 fronts. But
yeah, well, Nick Pin got there.
Exactly, he did. And but at the end of the day, make sure you know what your cards do, folks.
Yep, that's why I play 1 deck and 1 deck only.
There you go.
Red.
Yeah, just point burn spells at their face.
That's it. It's the easiest thing. Sometimes you can play, a little mid-rangey type thing, or a little control.
Are you shifting? You can shift gears.
One chance? Would say shifting gears. Call me Dom Toretto.
Oh.
God, that was a good one. I saved it for later.
Yeah. Is Premodern proxy friendly online with webcam? So
I would say certain communities.
Certain communities, if you just find people that are playing more casually, then 100% nobody would have a problem with proxies. There is probably the most popular way to play webcam is through the Premodern Facebook group. And I believe their monthlies are not proxy friendly. However, Premodern in general is almost always gold border friendly. So there are a lot of cards that you can play gold border that are significantly cheaper than the regular version of the card. So.
However, these basic lands I feel like are more expensive than normal basic lands because they're gold border.
Very true. So Jerry on the play, gonna daze the turn 1 pup. Pretty big tempo swing.
I was about to say, I was like, that's what we call tempo.
I believe Andreas has kind of got a land-heavy hand.
So I would be very wary to fetch around this deck.
Yeah, very true. Although I don't think Andreas is too afraid.
Did I just see an ensnaring bridge?
Huh?
Yeah, I think I just saw an ensnaring bridge in this in Andreas' deck. That's some spice.
Power Blast? No, I don't see.
No, it's
in the deck.
In the deck
when we shuffling.
I think I saw an ensnaring bridge. That is interesting.
Andreas had a hand, so Fanatic, Lava Mancer, double 1-drops on his turn.
This is not looking good.
So is Jerry going to be able to answer with a quick Dreadnought this turn or this game?
I think he just chills. I think Andreas should drop lands, hang out.
So Andreas is sitting in a great spot now. With,
he has threats.
He has threats. Does have 2 more lands in hand. Now 1 more land in hand, but he has Incinerate, Bolt, and Pyroblast.
That's Pyroblast?
Yeah.
Okay.
So does have some backup to be able to...
End step burn, baby. That's the name of this game.
Incinerate. That's a tough one to counterspell.
I probably wouldn't have done that.
But
I would stifle. Just kidding.
Eating 2 cards out of the graveyard.
Hard counter for it. What's in Jerry's hand?
Knockdown.
I think he just drew a pub. He has a mountain. Nothing you can do, my guy.
Another pup. Oh, that's a great draw.
Gotta answer it.
That's a great draw. Just a sticky threat that's going to stick around and
there it is.
There's the big boy.
There it is. However,
huge top deck for Jerry.
He has the Pyroblast.
Is he going to be able to stick this? So,
let's see.
Gonna stifle. And we're going to immediately see a snap Pyroblast.
Oh.
And, okay, so
Counter.
Jerry did have a second counter spell. Was worried there for a second. Bolt and response, sure. Take 3. Was a little worried when Jerry countered the Incinerate that he wouldn't have protection to try and fight against that Pyroblast, but
Phil looks like Phil knows Jerry.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, this one was this feature match was called out by Billy. He Leaving Legacy is an all-time great podcast. Yeah, Billy recognized the name and was like, "We're gonna put Jerry on camera round 1." That's what that was. I couldn't tell what that card was that's been in Jerry's hand, and it's a stupid oil slick island.
That's sick. That looks like a Pokemon card.
They're so disgusting.
That's a bold move, kind.
All right, 12/12's gonna crash in, knock Andreas down to 6.
Can he? I mean, there's a world where he can do 11 damage in 1 turn. I don't know
100%. If it's 1 card in hand.
2.
Let's see. So he's eating his entire graveyard now.
4,
so 9.
8. Yeah, he can do it.
5.
Fireblast.
Fireblast off the top does it.
Yeah.
So he's got 4 damage on board. Oh, is he gonna turn everything into an island? In his upkeep, turn everything into an island. He can't Fireblast. I guess he could Fireblast on Jerry's
There's
turn,
other
though.
words in Vision Charm?
Yeah. I'm assuming that's what he did.
Wait, well, hold up.
Yeah.
There's other words, but we gotta pull this up. That is...
I got you.
There's no way. I don't believe there's other text.
So, where is it? Vision Charm. There it is, right in front of you.
Oh, okay. All lands of 1... Oh.
So I'm assuming he did that on... but
I have never seen that used.
I'm not 100% sure how effective, because if he did rip a Fireblast off the top, Andreas then just does it in Jerry's upkeep.
Right, there's still a way to kill him.
So, still a pretty clever use of Vision Charm there, just turning off the ability to I mean, also, I guess it does shut down any sorcery speed.
Right.
So he's, if he had a bolt in hand, a seal of fire.
He can't kill on the main phase.
Exactly. A seal of fire isn't lethal. So very heads-up play by Jerry. And that evens it up at 1 game apiece.
You know what? This is a great way to start the day.
Oh, hell yeah.
Gotta say that.
Hell yeah. And it's a great match, but Tony's already leaving. Tony ditching me out of the booth. Yeah, Dreadnought is a pillar of the format. Kind of goes in and out in terms of just how, so over the past year, Dreadnought has been kind of fell out of favor for a little bit. A lot of people were high on Replenish. A lot of people were high on the Red-Green Ponza Oath deck. And not a lot of people were talking about Dreadnought. And then Brian Selden, former world's champion, 1998, came back and ran it back-to-back, winning his second LobsterCon in a row this year, playing a mono-blue Dreadnought version that was playing some Parallax Tides in the sideboard. And to the person who asked earlier about mono-blue Dreadnought being a boogeyman in the format, I wouldn't say... Well, after Selden winning, I'd say... I wouldn't call it a boogeyman, but I would say that it is probably...
It's a presence.
The deck to beat.
Yeah.
I think mono blue Dreadnought. So I haven't looked at Jerry's list specifically. I'm not sure if he's playing Selden's list.
But the archetype itself is definitely beatable.
The archetype is 100% beatable. I think mono blue is in general pretty exploitable. However, that's something that people realize. Meddling Mage shores up a lot of those weaknesses, and I think the Parallax Waves do a very similar thing in shoring up some of the weaknesses of the deck.
Especially when it's more of a mid-rangey type meta, and people are
Very
playing
true.
Lands.
Very true.
You say, fuck your lands. I'm going to play my 12/12.
Yeah. So Andreas will start off with a fetch land. Grab another gold border basic.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love it. No gold border fetches though. Using regular fetches.
I don't think Wooded Foothills doesn't exist.
I always forget that it's
There
not.
are 2 that don't exist in gold border.
Oh, okay.
You can get gold border Windswept Heaths,
Yep, Flooded Strands.
Flooded
I know.
Strands, and Bloodstained Mires.
Yeah.
I whiteboarded my gold border ones. They're sick.
Turn 1 portent for Jerry. Looking at a counterspell, opt, and a third card I can't quite make out. Maybe a mystery?
Is that a counterspell?
It was a counterspell. It was a counterspell, an opt, and a third card. But he's going to leave him on top, looks like.
Opt on top.
Draw, kept the op on top. Stifle, another counterspell, island.
He's
opt.
not getting the early hands.
And maybe another stifle. Does he have 3 stifles in hand? No, those are vision charms, actually.
Vision charms.
But another... So this is the same start that Andreas had last game, except Jerry had the turn 1 daze for the pup. But obviously Andreas on the play now, able to play straight through that. And Jerry not having a daze for the second 1-drop. Now facing down 3 1-drops on the
I know,
field.
we call this the Threes Company.
And Andreas' hand is stacked.
Yeah,
He's got the Fire Blast.
He's going to be attacking, he's going to be chilling. Oh, when you know what? I love it when you don't need your Grim Lavamancer, you can just send him in.
Just ship it. Just turn it sideways.
Oh, more Moggy boys, let's go.
This board is getting huge, and I think it's Bolt, Incinerate, Fire Blast.
Yeah.
So puts Jerry down to 11 here.
Just go up the top, just
Next
get him
turn,
going. He has to
he
do
has
something crazy.
5 damage, puts him to 6. I mean, he's dead next turn,
Yeah.
assuming he doesn't do anything. Opt is good.
That's not a bad card.
What was it?
Blue Elemental Blast.
That is a good one.
It's not bad. That could potentially save him. But does he want it?
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, even if he
Yes, he does.
Even if he Blue Elemental blasts the Fire Blast, he's still facing down a lot of little. Ooh, that's a good one.
Okay.
Factory can help slow down this this ground game.
Oh, now we're doing.
Yep. So we're gonna get aggressive, take out the pup. Oh, he had
that's-
double
Okay,
beb.
Okay. Still, that's
Now he can't block
4.
8,
8.
11. I think
That's-
he's potentially just dead here still.
Does he have a daze?
If Andreas goes for it,
He needs another land because is there daze?
I don't believe there's a daze.
If there's
in
no
his hand.
daze, he can
But
just.
I mean,
he
we
can
saw
just
we
kill
saw Andreas just go for it.
him.
In the first game.
Because he has an Incinerate to bait.
So incinerate. Well, he needs this incinerate.
Oh, no, I thought he had a third card. Sorry.
No.
I thought he had a bullet
needs,
hand.
Needs this. Puts Jerry to 6.
5, 6.
Should be 6.
Should be 6. Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Yeah, he was at 9.
There it is.
Yeah. Goes to 6. Sacking the Fire Blast.
Is that it? GG's? Kinda.
That's gonna be. Are we gonna pack him up?
Pack him up,
That puts
baby.
him, that puts him to 2.
What can he do?
Sack these Mogs. Puts him to 1.
Oh, but he was tapped out.
Shows him a handful of gas, but
What? It's round 1.
Exacxies from
Exactly.
Andreas.
Andreas, my guy. See, Sly's gonna win this.
That
This is where it's gonna be.
That was a great first match.
Oh, clap it up. We can go home now.